held in a very high esteem in Hindu society. But of late, some monks have stooped too low in pursuit of carnal desire. Those people who are supposed to be role models for others have been caught immersed in enjoyment of sexual pleasures. One such monk was caught red-handed in Hubli. Here is a report.
The pontiff of Shaileshwar Mutt, Sri Siddhalinga Shivacharya Mahaswami, finds himself in a spot of bother as he was caught red-handed in a compromising position with a lady by name Sumitra Meenappa. Enraged at his misdemeanor, the villagers have thrown him and Sumitra out of the mud. He was caught by the members of Kannada Kranti Deepa Samiti.
ನಿನ್ನೆ ಬೆಳಗಿನ ಜಾವ ಟಾಯ್ಲೆಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದಾಗ ಸಿಕ್ಕ ಹೊತ್ತಿನಾಗ ರೂಮಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿಂದ ನಾವು ಊರಿನ ಹಿರಿಯರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿ ಊರಿನ ಹಿರಿಯರನ್ನು ಕರೆಸಿ ಊರಿನ ಹಿರಿಯರ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಒಳಗೆ ಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹಚ್ಚಿ ಹುಡುಕಿಸಿ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿಗೆ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಒಳಗೆ ರೂಮ್ನಾಗಿದ್ರು ಅವರು ಅಜ್ಜಾರು ನಮ್ಮ ಕೂಡ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ರು, ಒಳಗೆ ರೂಮ್ನಾಗ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೂಡ ಬಂದು ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಒಂದು ರೂಮಿನ ಚಾವಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು, ಒಳಗೆ ಕುಂತಿದ್ಲು, ಹೊರಗೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಬಂದು ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್.
For the last 6 to 8 years, the pontiff was believed to have this illicit affair, but the devotees did not dare to expose him as they did not have the courage to take him on. Sumitra, the lady in this affair, also hails from this place and is mother of a 20-year-old son. So lost was the pontiff in her love that he rechanneled all the gifts that were given to him. Well, last month Sumitra went missing all of a sudden. Villagers were also shocked, but members of the Samiti guessed that the lady in question would be hiding in the mutt itself. And when they entered his room without his notice, the pontiff was neck deep in love. We mean lust with the lady in question. While going into further details, the pontiff had reared a dog which would bark the moment somebody entered the premises. This would act as a signal from him to become cautious. And in his own room, he had a secret room as well, which was difficult for anyone to make out. For the last 1 month, the lady had stayed put in the room of the Swamiji. Once he was caught, he and the lady were ousted. The mutt in question has had a history of its own. It was founded by Sri Rama Mahaswami. Sri Siddhalinga Swami was made the pontiff in 2002. He was thought to be a highly scholastic monk who could lecture meaningfully for hours together. It truly comes as a shock for the villagers who had high reverence for him. For the time being, the monk and his lady love have been made to stay in a hotel. On Tuesday, a conference is likely to be held in which the future course of action will be decided. Prakash Nulvi for News9, Hubli.
The Malaysian government has officially ended the search of the missing jet MH370. The jet was on a routine flight from Kuala Lumpur to the Chinese capital city of Beijing with 239 persons on board. The government has sent out text messages to the kith and kin of passengers on board the ill-fated jet. The Malaysian authorities have said that they reached this conclusion out of the data that were collected from the satellite Imarsat. This move by the Malaysian authorities has annoyed the Chinese government, which has sought conclusive proof. An international community of nations have been in fact looking for the missing MH370, and the Malaysian authorities have been giving sketchy information to the navies of these countries regarding where the flight could have been missed. There were 2 arcs that was given, one that extended to Kazakhstan while the other was towards the southern point of the Indian Ocean. Let us listen to what the Malaysian Prime Minister had to say.
I was briefed by representatives from the UK Air Accidents Investigation Branch, or AAIB. They informed me that Imarsat, the UK company that provided the satellite data, which indicated the northern and southern corridors, has been performing further calculations on the data using a type of analysis never before used in an investigation of this sort. They have been able to shed more light on MH370's flight path. Based on their new analysis, Inmarsat and the AAIB have concluded that MH370 flew along the southern corridor and that its last position was in the middle of the Indian Ocean, west of Perth. This is a remote location, far from any possible landing sites. It is therefore with deep sadness and regret that I must inform you that according to this new data, flight MH370 ended in the southern Indian Ocean. We will be holding a press conference tomorrow with further details. In the meantime, we wanted to inform you of this new development.
11 girls were rescued by the Gnanabharati police last night. The girls who hailed from Mumbai were brought to Bengaluru in the pretext of being offered jobs. Soon after, they were pushed into prostitution. The girls were being housed in a shack near the Malatahalli lake. This is a shocking development that is coming. The Gnanabharati police have been able to rescue 11 girls who were brought from Mumbai by racketeers to be pushed into the flesh trade. These girls were found in a shack in Malatahalli lake. For more on this, I'm joined by my colleague Akshita. Akshita, what more can you tell us?
Well, Varghese, what we do know is that these 11 girls were in fact lured with the pretext of jobs and brought here to Bengaluru. They hailed from Mumbai, and soon after they realized that something was wrong, realized that they were going to be pushed into prostitution. Now, they were being housed in a small shack near the Malatahalli lake is what we understand, but soon after they managed to get out, used a telephone booth to go ahead and call the cops themselves and told them of their plight. Of course, the Gnanabharati cops immediately sprung into action. They reached the particular shack and took all the 11 girls. They have rescued them and also arrested 4 people is what we understand, Varghese. As of now, the 4 of them are understood to be pimps who were trying to force these girls into prostitution. Of course, we are awaiting more information from as to exactly what kind of lies these people told these girls to lure them here. But what the girls claim is that they were told they would be offered jobs if they came down to Bengaluru, and 11 of them turned up. Immediately they were taken to this shack in Malatahalli lake and kept there, imprisoned there, and almost forced into prostitution. So prostitution bid of sorts being busted by the cops there, and more than anything else, of course, they will look at questioning these 4 pimps to find out if they have managed to pull up any other such girls and forced them into prostitution. This seems to be a recurring trend of sorts as of now, Varghese. We see this happening very often with girls who are lured in the pretext of jobs to the city and then forced into prostitution. Fortunately, in this case, the girls did manage to go ahead and inform the cops, and they were rescued in time. But that's unfortunately not always the case. But in this particular case, the cops have managed to rescue the girls. They will, of course, be sent back to their homes as well as soon as the cops complete the investigations, Varghese.
Thank you, Akshita, for joining us with all those details.